pay whatever amount of money, it's thousands of dollars, obviously, to do it, and literally move the house. Anybody can do it. Yes, buildings, they've moved buildings, banks. I know we don't see it or often, but you guys, not going to put it on here now, but you guys could literally go on YouTube and type in moving, movers moving a building, and it'll show you them moving a whole building. Like, think of any building besides a skyscraper, of course. Those are just, but average size building. Okay, you can burn down the house, you can burn down the building, you can just destroy it, go through it with a bat or a gun, shoot it up. Okay, the house is literally worth nothing. If the house burns down and there's no insurance on it, how much money do you get or the bank get? Zero.
Zero.
The property becomes worth only what the land is worth. That's what these people going through in California. All them $50 million houses that got burned down. Now that property is worth $700,000. How you go from 5 million and 50 million to $700,000? By buying a house. By buying a house.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Chan,
Go ahead.
when you buy land and you rent it out the way you do with the tenants,
Mm-hmm.
do you have to call inspectors out and everything like that? Do you have to get permission for that? Okay.
It's called Airbnb, HipCamp, all these platforms. And even so, before we had Airbnb and HipCamp, people used to do it on Craigslist. And before that, you go in a newspaper. You go in a newspaper, land for rent, land for camping. People would pick up a newspaper. I remember picking up a newspaper sometimes, long time ago when I was trying to get in real estate, practicing carton sheets course. And the stuff I used to see in a paper, I'm like, dang, this is in a paper. And what really happened is I started seeing cars for sale in a paper, and I said, dang, I can buy a car in the paper. I thought you only go to the car dealership and buy cars. So I started looking in the papers and buying cars, and I started buying cars out of the papers, flipping them and selling them. Then I started looking in papers all over the country. In every city I go to, I get a paper and look up the cars, and I started flipping cars. Well, even before that, I was flipping cars, but I started to change instead of going to the auction and buying cars, I started buying them, looking in the paper and buying them from people. Okay? But I'm telling you, the house is the liability. The real value is the land. So in other words, if I have 5 million or $50 million, I'm not gonna go buy a $5 million house or $50 million house. I'm gonna go buy 5 million or $50 million worth of land. That's what I'm gonna go buy. And whatever I want to spend on a house, I'll just go spend that on a house. Okay? I might be worth 100 million. So I could spend $1 million on a house and the house burned down. I don't care. The house could burn down and I don't have no insurance on it. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So, but the average person buying a $300,000 house don't make $300,000. Don't even have $3 million. The average person financing a $300,000 house make about $70,000 a year. And it's gonna take two people that make 70,000. So you're gonna have to be a couple and bringing in 140,000, bringing in around 50 to 140,000, and 140,000 still doesn't equal $300,000. So how are you gonna pay for this house or replace or rebuild this house, this $300,000 house, when the two of you put together only make 140,000, and you already know that 140,000 goes towards living? You have no money left to rebuild a house.